Welcome to the second episode of Between the Trailers. With me today, Ed Kelley.
Hey, everyone.
Ed, why don't you tell the folks a little bit about yourself?
I'm a longtime RC enthusiast. I've raced dirt oval, carpet oval, off-road, drag race, obviously, slot car drag racing. So anything with a little tiny controller and a motor, I've raced it.
Okay, so you said you raced dirt at the barn. I know that. You know, you were a mud boss guy down there. Won a championship, I believe?
Came in second.
Okay, so not
Came in
quite good
second
enough.
1 year.
Not quite good enough for that.
Yeah, lost to Kelly Britt.
Okay.
So if you lose to Kelly Britt, you're okay.
Yeah, that's not
he's
any,
a beast.
Easy feat.
No, he's awesome.
Mr. Mud Boss was how I was first introduced to Kelly.
Yeah, Kelly Britt is just an amazing competitor.
Yep.
I mean, if you manage to beat him, you go home happy.
Yeah, but even finishing second's not bad. Huh?
No, not to him.
So let's talk about today. You just finished racing the first competitor at our track to finish 2 of the top 3 spots.
Well, it was a last minute decision to throw in the double car because I just wanted to practice. I'm want to get ready for the series. So it's like the best way to get practice is to come here every Saturday and then double up. More hits, the better you become. And I just got lucky today. Didn't draw myself. The old slow boo here, the 198, 197 king today. Did a lot of back-to-back racing with just, cleaning tires. And I didn't even charge a battery today.
Wow. That's an achievement. I mean, no matter what way you slice it. You said, practice makes perfect. Up until this week, I wouldn't have believed that because you were on the struggle bus for a long time.
Yeah, my first day here, I left second round, went home, and didn't get discouraged. This is just an amazing facility, and it's first class. The guys here are awesome, and to me, going out second round, I still had fun. And racing to me is more about hanging out. With like-minded people, chit-chatting, talking some crap every once in a while, and just hanging out. But, the only way to get better at something is just to continually hit it and hit it hard. And I'm hoping that, practice pays off for the series coming up. I'm excited about it.
Yep, it's working up to be a good one. I don't know if you've heard, but we're up to 36 drivers now.
That is awesome. That's going to, the fill of this place on a Saturday is just going to be sweet. And if you guys haven't been here, you have to check it out. You're missing. You're definitely missing out.
We still got some outlaw guys practicing in the background.
It's really the program is efficiently ran. The track is just butter smooth. It's really just a great place.
So you said you've raced a bunch of different disciplines of RC. You take out the social aspect, with your friends or whatever. What's your favorite form to race?
Not to sound, like, hey, I just won and drag race is my favorite, but it is. Drag racing is my favorite. It's easier on equipment. You don't have to do that maintenance so much as you did with oval. You're constantly cleaning, constantly doing maintenance. And, I drag race slot cars, 124 scale slot cars.
We used to do that at Capital City.
Yeah, Capital City for years. And then at Mark's track on the west side, Speedios, it was a quarter-mile track, and traveled to Indianapolis and a couple other places to slot car race. And sold everything, thought, I'm done. I was done for 2 years. So, I'm just happy to be back.
How it always goes. Everybody comes back.
Yeah.
RC cars.
Yeah, everybody comes back.
So tell me, what's the reasoning behind the Malibu?
Well, the Malibu, it's just a Losi 22S, completely stock other than Nobu 4 radio. And I wanted to get here as quick as I could, and I didn't want to paint a body. So
yeah, I can see it as the gray tough.
The Malibu came in gray, so that's what I picked. And
so no rhyme or reason.
No rhyme or reason. It was the quickest thing I can put put on the track. Other than DragWorks Reds that I'm running, it's completely stock.
That's what we run. Top 3 cars today with DragWorks tires. Just saying, Mark.
And I slowed it down.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 seconds is the limit. I slowed her down.
I think it's underestimated slowing the car down. It really is.
Today I was going back to back, and the car moved at 10.
Yeah. So we can run from a 2 to a 1 second is what your dial-in is allowed to be. And the top 3 cars today were 1.9, 1.7, and 1.9. So they're all on the higher end of the spectrum.
Yeah, you definitely don't have to come out here and with a lot of expensive equipment and swing for the fences. I mean, if you want to, that's awesome.
Well, Chris Riley, the second place car, that's a stock Losi with the stock controller. I mean, that's a car that was on sale just a couple weeks ago for $150.
I know. There was no better deal to be found in those.
I mean, I firmly believe that RC drag racing at a bracket level is the most affordable RC racing out there.
Oh, it is. I mean,
even the Losi Minis, $225. You're racing.
I'm racing on a Amazon LiPo.
Yeah.
120C.
Yep.
LiPo.
You don't need no big drag pack to do this.
I didn't charge it.
Yeah.
and running multiple rounds back to back, and didn't even charge the battery at all.
Yeah.
So if you're on the fence and thinking, hey, I want to give this drag racing thing a try, come on out. If you have any questions, I know everybody here is more than happy to help. So if you're thinking about it, come on out and have some fun.
That's a good way to put it. Who's your favorite competitor overall? Here, we'll narrow it down to here. Just the guy you always, whether you like to draw him or not, but just you're glad it's here, putting up a fight.
And that guy's Chris. I went 009 red against him because I knew I had to hit that tree. Then I lost him again today with a 12 red. I know,
Well, then
Chris
he lost back to back to you with red lights.
Yeah, it's with Chris. It's you got to go in there and you got to stage it up and be ready to race.
There's a lot of guys here like that and it depends on the day too. Some days, like me, I've kind of had an iffy day today, but there's some days people come and they're set to kill.
Really at the end of the day though, you're racing yourself.
Yep, that's what bracket racing is.
And bracket racing, it's your lane, it's your tree, your card, no matter who lines up against it.
Yep.
And that's one of the neat aspects of bracket racing. I've done big car bracket racing for a while too, and it was the hardest thing to get into my mind is someone didn't beat me. I beat myself.
Yep.
I didn't hit the light. I didn't run my number.
Yeah.
So, it's the same thing here. Scaled down. You got to hit the light and run your number.
Yep. There's no just who can lay out the most power. It's about being consistent and having just a good, stable car, a good program.
And just repeating, just doing the same thing over and over. Yeah. Clean your tires the same way. If you're going to make a change, make one. And then if it didn't work, don't abandon it. Back it up to make sure. Any change you make, you have to have a couple of hits on it just to see if
because something didn't work one time or it worked one time.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's going to work the next time.
Right. Doesn't mean it's a success. So you got to put your time in.
Yep. I think a lot of people underestimate the amount of time it takes. That's you got to invest more time than anything.
Yeah.
And especially bracket racing, or any drag racing, because the guys that are the best are running it 24/7. There's guys that eat, sleep, and breathe this stuff.
Yeah, it's and that couldn't be any further from the truth. You have to be dedicated and you have to want to be good. Yeah. If not, that's awesome. You come in, hang out, we'll have a lot of fun together, right? And with me, winning and losing, I'm here to have a good time. I got out of racing for that reason because I wasn't having fun because I put so much pressure on myself.
The infamous burnout.
Yeah, to win and win and win. If I didn't win, I went home mad.
Disappointed, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute, it's toy cars.
Huh?
I'm out hanging out with my buddies.
Yeah, that's
I'm playing toy
I tell
cars.
everybody, I'm just a semi-professional toy car driver.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lose the shop if I don't win.
Yeah, we're if we go home today, we lost the entry fee.
Yeah, I mean, it's cheaper than the movies.
Yeah. So, get a little bit more personal. Why do you hide in the corner?
Well, my buddy Jim Norris, who hasn't been here for a couple weeks, Jim Norris, we miss you very much.
Yes, you're not turning the car on.
Yeah, he kicks across the line and wins. It's awesome. He has pitted down here, and I said, I'm just going to come down here in the corner pit. I like to see everything. I almost feel like the mayor back here on my throne, so I'm able to see everything. So, it's not that I'm antisocial. It's the exact opposite.
Well, I guess that's an all right reason. So, just a little bit more personal. But
Sure.
Are you from Central Ohio, or just from somewhere else?
No, Canal Winchester.
Okay. Poor thing.
Yeah, so minutes down the road. Lovely wife Kelly. So her name is Kelly.
You gotta suck up. You gotta keep that hundreds of dollars he won today. It's a secret.
Shh, I didn't win anything. 3 great kids. Elena will be 23 next month. My daughter Emma is going to be 20 in January, and my stepson Kevin will be 22 in November. He just got married, and in June, so he's finally out of our basement. So we're happy for that.
So none of them love you enough to come race with you.
No, I tried to talk them all into it. My wife tried carpet oval.
That's a hard one to get somebody to try.
She got the going straight part.
Yeah.
It was the turning left.
Yeah, going straight on carpet is really easy.
She went straight and into the wall every time.
And
but I'm trying to get her out
here. It feels like
here.
you're going 1,000 miles an hour on carpet.
Carpet was the closest racing.
Yep.
Because you'd have 10 cars.
And there's a lot more spec racing in carpet. Everybody's on the same tires, same battery, same motor, same body.
I ran one cell, 17.5 on carpet, and there's 10 cars on the same lap for 50 laps.
Yep.
It's
fun.
It's
fun.
It's
stressful.
It's nerve-wracking.
Yep.
The cool thing was, the aerodynamics were the same. So you can go in and get underneath someone, take the air off their spoiler, wiggle them out of the way.
I firmly believe carpet racing is the closest to real car racing as far as because aerodynamics are so important on that.
I would agree.
Because your car doesn't flex as much as like dirt and stuff.
And it's all grip. It's
you're just sucked down to the track.
Yeah, you're fast. And even aerodynamically, if you get 2 cars side by side, they'll get sucked into each other.
Yep.
And no one's turning.
Yep.
So you had to be really mindful where you were at
and where everybody else was.
And where everybody else was. And carpet was a lot of fun, but
where did you race carpet at?
Ian Hobbies.
Okay, when they had the carpet.
When they had carpet. And
did you ever race there when they had the dirt oval?
Yeah, I raced there when they had dirt. I did a sportsman. I did sportsman dirt there, and then sprint car, 17.5 sprint car there as well. Oh. And at the barn, I did mud boss, which is a heck of a class. It's you take a stock Losi, put an EDM body on it, Traxxas. Put an EDM body on it, right? You put a slash, put an EDM body on it, and you're racing. My crowning achievement at the barn, we had a 100-lap feature. I've had 99 of those.
Just not the last
Just not the last one.
Ran out of talent.
The barn is a challenging place to race at indoors, but that track is so tight. And Brian does this great, and his dad do a great job. That track is always fast.
Ronnie's one of the hardest working men in RC track owners.
And that indoor track is always fast. But you got to be on your toes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the outdoor track, you get a little bit more room to breathe. It can be a little dusty, and racing. Indoors, it's locked down and go.
You were just locked into.
And the bottom's where you have to be.
Fight for it. There's no 2 lanes. Yep. You're not going too wide inside. And I haven't raced fifth scale, but the barn has a great fifth scale.
That's by far their biggest.
Outdoor. Oh, I'm so sorry. Fifth scale outdoor.
We asked him to turn that off.
I know. I don't listen. Yep. It's my wife. She's watching this and heard I have one money.
Yeah. She heard hundreds of dollars. And she's like, hey now.
But their fifth scale program is huge.
Oh yeah, close to 100 cars every weekend.
Yeah.
Running fifth scales.
And they run a great program. Again, I've been there on nights when there's 21 rounds.
Oh yeah. You'll have some 4 a.m. nights at the barn if you race there now. But it's a great place.
Oh, it's an awesome place.
It'll always be my home track.
Yeah.
No matter where I go, the barn's the home track.
Yeah, I think of it as home. I've been there for a couple of years, and I know I can go there tomorrow and have a great time.
Well, yeah. It was great having you on.
Oh, thank you so much.
On your finishes.
Yeah, just had a great
finishes, first and third.
Yeah. But thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for hosting the series that's coming up.
Yep.
I mean,
we're excited for it.
Guys, if you're not in, you're missing out.
There's only 4 spots left.
4 spots left, so you better come in and get some of this action.
Currently $720 championship to the top 3.
That's amazing.
Yep.
But thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it.
I figured the first guy to do 2 in the top 3.
Well, don't expect that.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 4 guys here.